This
What's
is a
up,
picture of my mama.
people?
Look at me and my mama.
Hey, Mama.
What's happening, guys? I'm Allie
Oh,
Burns from
that's
Picks
weird.
and Parlays. Up top, I've got DJ Lenny and Cameron Ross, also part of the Picks and Parlays crew. But tonight we are almost adulting on Cofield's late night happy hour show. So welcome to the party. I think number one news to get off, get onto, I should say, is Detroit Lenny is back from the dead, which is major. We weren't sure how you're going to do there. So how's it going, Detroit Lenny? How you feeling?
I feel great. I really do. I really think I'm past the whole COVID stuff. I think the pneumonia is still in there, kind of thing. I still get a little winded. I still got a little bit lingering cough kind of thing. Mornings are good. Nights I kind of get a little tired more or whatever. I know if I do too much, whatever. But I'm feeling good. I got a quick story time with Lenny. Okay. Last week I was really, really sick. Obviously, everybody knows that. But it was the days kind of blend together, like they really do. Like I don't know. So can't tell you what day it was, but I was knocked out on the couch. And in our living room, in our front window, we have behind like our curtains like these little, I don't know, I look like I have jazz hands real quick. Twinkle lights kind of thing, like leftover from Christmas. I ain't gonna lie, my wife just likes them. They're like on a dimmer thing. They set the whole mood when we watch movies. It's just whatever, right?
No
Right,
fighting.
let's not fight. So the lights are in there, right? And the TV's on and all that. And I just wake up and I do want to. I guess some of the stories I'm getting from my wife, so bear with me. But apparently I sit up like I'm the Undertaker on the couch, and I'm like I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm dying. I gotta go to the bathroom. She's like, it was like when you were. She's like, it was like drunk Lenny, but not drunk Lenny type thing. So she was. Thank you, Martin. And so.
Boom. Look at Brady.
It's
Yeah,
no
you're
longer,
Brady.
hey, whatever. I'm ahead of the curve. I'm Clark Griswold for Christmas, but that's a whole different story. But anyway, so I go to get up, and I'm like, ooh, you get up sometimes, you get up too fast, you get a little lightheaded. Well, I'm like, oh, babe, I'm a little woozy here. I can't. Can you, whoa. She grabs me and she's like, hold on, there's no need to run. I'll walk with you, help you out, whatever. And I'm like, I can't see. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, babe, I effing can't see. I've been up for 15 seconds, by the way, and sleeping for 8 hours. And I'm like, I can't see. I'm all lightheaded. All I see is spots, and all I see are these lights, babe. And I'm telling my wife, I go, babe, there's just lights everywhere. I go, is this heaven? I go, I'm fucking dying. I'm like, I swear on my children. I'm like, call 911, Mandy. Something's wrong. I'm having a stroke or something. I go, this is it. This is I seen the lights, and I'm knocking on heaven's door. No one's answering. I don't know what's going on. Whatever, right? And I'm literally, she's like, babe, just take a deep breath, calm down. And I was not calming down. I was just you don't tell me to calm down when I'm not calm. It wasn't working, right?
So basically you were trying to check out, but you didn't.
I was tripping out. I was tripping balls, legit. I was hallucinating, and there was stuff, the lights were moving, and then she goes, here, babe. She does this, I swear. And I'm like, I can't see. Mandy, I'm like, stop fucking trying to hold me. Just call 911. Why haven't you called 911 yet? And she goes with one of these, and she goes. She puts my glasses on, but the other way, just like this, and I went, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta pee. That's exactly what I said. And she's like, oh, you can see now? And I'm like, well, yeah, I didn't know I didn't have my glasses on. She's like, yeah, you didn't have your glasses on. Calm down. Moral of the story is, I didn't have my glasses on, and when I don't have my glasses on, I'm freaking blind.
Yeah,
I can't see.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna ask, but I was like, no, he for sure had his glasses on.
No, I did not. And the thing is then I didn't know I had them on. And then I'm like, so then every time I woke up after that, I was like, right away to my face or whatever, and I'm like, took all my glasses on, or whatever. And it really did. Like, I really thought in my mind, I was freaking out. And she was like, just call and take a deep breath. Like, put your glass. Like, you can see now. And I was hallucinating some weird. They had me on some weird meds. Today's my last day of the big horse pill antibiotic. And I still got some other stuff I gotta take. I think for some weird meds. Today's my last day of the big. Alrighty. Sorry. That's what happened. I said that it's so important. You people need to hear it twice.
No. That's how big our house is. It took like 15
seconds. An echo.
To echo. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not with the crew today. I'm off site at Detroit here, getting ready. Week 2 preseason football.
You're on site.
I'm off site in the locker room here. I just got done talking with Jared Goff and DeAndre Swift, TJ. We're gonna go out for beers. We're gonna go out for beers and brews. Some
tomorrow
burgers and brews. Yes. Now we're going out tonight. Yeah, we're going out tonight.
Well,
you're just gonna drink up. You're just gonna drink it up on your last day on the meds. Just
why not? The hell with it.
Kick them in. It kicks them in. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I heard cocaine and the sunlight. That's what kicks COVID's ass. That's all. How it works. That's where I'm at. I can't believe I forgot a hat.
Make a mental note of that.
I'm freaking. I am.
Last year.
That's some COVID hair going on.
With them.
No, not yet.
Not yet. So you're back from the dead. You're looking alive. That's fantastic. But one guy who is not necessarily looking so alive was Chris Bassett. And I know, Cam, you wanted to chat about him.
Did anybody in the chat see it? Because, it was awful. He got through a great pitch. No, I saw it, and I feel like my dog Allie should pull this up and get it going.
I've got it right here.
It's off the bat.
She's got it.
And it came back right off the dome, 100 miles an hour, and it puts him down. He doesn't go out cold, which shows how much of a badass he is. But he
goes down hard enough.
Yeah, he's down. And Brian Goodwin put a stroke on it, and don't know if he's leaking.
151 is the count, Cam. By the way, on the meter.
Oh, how many pumps you got left? Yeah,
151.
But no, it was 100 miles an hour after that. Straight to the dome, 60 feet away. That's coming in pretty hot.
Boom. It was breaking news on Game Time Decision today. It was pretty major.
Yeah, it was bad. And he's
and not to mention that you lose 9-0. Insult to injury.
I've seen his family. Hopefully that works out for him, and he's not
But also
hurt. I guess I don't know.
I think
out for a season kind of thing.
I think the fact that he wasn't completely out is a good sign. He was, covering up.
Hopefully he's just got a concussion.
Speaking of Oreos in the shower, so I sent Lenny a picture of this. I walk into my shower this morning, and there's a box of raisins in the shower.
So I get a text.
My worst nightmares have come true. I've got a shower eater.
And then I get a picture. And then I get a picture of her shower with a box of raisins next to the shampoo or whatever the hell it was. And I'm like, raisins? Interesting.
I guess maybe at least he had a healthy choice. Maybe
I really hope that's like a Las Vegas kid thing, because Rocky doesn't eat in the shower. So let's just keep it out west.
Yet. Hold up better. They hold up better in a shower. The moisture.
How do you know? You ever ate an Oreo in the shower?
Well, I know what happens to Oreos in moisture. So I'm just saying.
Well, I would imagine B Money's not in there playing with them. I bet it's rapid fire.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of dunking and stuff. I think it's kind of a hoop.
Yeah, I bet it's rapid fire.
It's a bang bang situation.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah. Funny. He found out. He knows we do the show and all that. And he saw me. I think it was on Game Time Decision. His mom had it on or whatever in the living room, and he's like, I heard you talk about me and call me B Money. Don't do that on the World Wide Web. People will think that's my real name. And I'm like, that is your real name, bro. It's Brendan. People call you B Money. And he's like, "Oh my god!" He got all embarrassed and shit.
You can make sure he sees this at the 10:03 mark of our show. Be Money. There's no hiding it, bro.
He came in, said goodnight. He wanted to stay. He always wants to stay up. You know, it's bedtime, school. You know, whatever. It's out. Yeah, it's out. 8:30.
I was gonna ask how. I know they're not babies, but how are the babies? They're
good. They're good. They started. All 3 kids are full time back to school Monday. Yesterday, they all started.
Oh, I bet they were pissed.
Actually, they loved it. They missed their friends. They love it. You know, Charlie, Hot Rod Charlie. It's her first year of middle school, 6th grade. Hunter's in 7th grade. So Charlie, we laughed and joked, and you know she was lost around campus and stuff and whatever. She's finding her way. She's the smart one. I'm not worried about Hot Rod Charlie. Okay. But she's getting her, you know, she braided the side of her hair, just the side, not the whole thing today. You know, so she's getting all fancy with her hair. You know, it's 6th grade. Woohoo!
Yeah, you better get with it.
That was the first time I kissed a boy was in 6th grade. So
I wish him would.
Putting that out there.
No, I'm just saying.
Time a boy kissed me.
Yeah. So
real quick,
Lenny's the type of guy that cleans his shotgun on the porch when the boy comes over to pick his daughter up.
Well, my dad in Texas is that kind of guy too.
Cameron's not.
No, I am.
Cameron's
I'm the type of guy that has the friends.
Yeah. I'm 6'5" and hairy, so it's like a whole thing. Yeah.
I'm 5'8" and 300 pounds, and I'm still. Click, baby. That's how I roll, you know. And my daughter, she's about to be 21, live in Arizona. You can ask her. For her 16th birthday, me and her stepdad sat at the kitchen table and went over his gun collection and just, you know, cleaned some guns when she decided she was going to invite some boys over. Yeah. I wore my shirt that says I am comfortable with violence. You know, and I'm just crazy.
I am violence.
Yeah. I always say that violence isn't the answer. And my wife, my crazy wife, not my crazy ex-wife, my crazy current wife, she likes to say that violence isn't the answer, it's the question. I don't know what kind of mojo she's flipping on me, but
Martin says it's about sending a message. I agree. You know,
there's a great movie with 50 Cent, and they rob banks. And I'm terrible at names of movies, but they rob banks and stuff. And then Gerard Butler is the cop, and like his squad is like they're terrible too. And they all try and like catch him or whatever. But there's a scene where his girl, like somebody comes to pick up his daughter for like prom or something. And he pulls them into the garage, and there's like these big Samoan dudes, and they're all tatted up.
Yeah.
Den of Thieves, yes, and they're all tatted up, and they just look like something out of, like, you know, prison yard benching and stuff. And he's like, look, man, I know your mom, and it'd be a real shame to see her push you around for the rest of your life in a wheelchair. My daughter comes home at 11 o'clock tonight. Not 11:01, not 10:59. She should have a good time, not a great time.
Not a long time.
Okay, exactly. And then he's got, like, some, like, red, like, you know, do-rag type situation coming out of his suit, and he tucks it in, and he's like, we don't do that gang shit here. And the kid is probably, you know, 150 pounds wet, and high school kid, and he's like, yes, sir. And that's all. No, yes, sir. No, sir.
He was looking up to you?
No, this was in the movie, Den of Thieves. It's a great scene. It's also, no, and then there was another, bro, I ain't that short.
Right.
I'm like normal height, 5'8".
You were like okay, you know.
In the movie, you know, they do the lighting and the cameras.
I lost you. Okay,
green squeeze and stuff.
I didn't keep up.
You know, gotcha. Bad Boys is a good scene too, where Will Smith and Martin Lawrence and the kid comes to the door.
That's Bad Boys 2.
That's Bad Boys 2, yeah. Reggie. And he's like got the bottle. He's like, why aren't you telling all my business? He's like, yo, you ever been with a man you won't do? He's like telling the kid. He's
and
like,
Reggie is
chitty bang bang. Yeah, oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
all that. To talk about movies so much on this show, I kind of arranged a little sports movie bracketology that I thought might engage not only the two of you knuckleheads, but also our viewers and our commenters. So I was looking, oh, come on. That was like nice. That was nice. What are you talking about? Knucklehead? That's nice. So let's see how good I am at bringing this up.
Let's do the damn thing.
We
I'm
can
so pumped.
just see what we can see.
I was like
here.
backstage for like a half hour. I was ready to roll.
I know.
Oh, we're
okay, so I think if I go like this.
How the hell is Moneyball a 7 seed?
Dude, you know what's killing me?
And
Some
Jerry
of the
Maguire's
best
a
movies
5.
are up against each other. Okay, so first one up for bracket talk is Rocky versus Cool Runnings. Now, I'm not a Rocky person, so I'm going to just Cool Runnings out the gate, but I know how men feel about Rocky. So lay it
here's
on.
the thing.
Lenny, what's your pick?
Here's the thing. You know, Rocky is a movement. Rocky's a whole series. So you're not. It doesn't say Rocky 1, Rocky 2, or 3. So I'm just going with Rocky as a series. Cool Runnings. I told you guys, me and the kids just watched that during the Olympics. It was great. They loved it. Yeah, great family movie. But at the end of the day, hey, yo, Rock.
Yeah.
You got to get up.
You know, and see, me and Lenny are even like Winter Olympians. So you know, this is a tough spot.
This is hard.
Yeah, I saw some footage of you guys curling. It was good stuff. Maybe we can touch on that later in the show.
That was
wait till you see Allie power walking. It's bananas.
I've been training, y'all. I've been training in my race walking. You power walk in a mall. I'm a race walker. Yeah. Okay.
Me and Lenny are going to be the first American tandem to medal in both season Olympics.
I like it. I'm with it. Okay, so then we're going to put Rocky through the chat. What do you guys think, too? We need your opinions on this. It's not just all about us. But Rocky's going through. Is that what we're deciding?
Yeah,
I'm going to go Rocky.
I get you that it's like more of an homage to the spirit of the athlete.
Yeah, but you know,
it just like you know, it's all about Philly and the underdog and all that, and you know, you knock down, you back up. It's not about how many times you get knocked down; it's about how many times you get back up.
All right,
yeah, but see, I agree with Lenny. If it was like Rocky 3 or Rocky 4, then they like just Rocky. That feels like it's all of them. So.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Talladega Nights against Jerry Maguire. Where are you at on this one, Cam?
Man, you know,
I don't consider Jerry Maguire a sports movie. I guess.
See, I don't really either. Like,
what?
I get it.
He's
but
a sports agent.
And what about his client that plays for the Cardinals? Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah. He was a really good O.J. Simpson in that O.J. Simpson documentary that they did. He nailed
that. Right? Yeah, he hit that right on the head.
You know, the way this is, I'm more of a Will Ferrell and the other guy, the dude from Step Brothers. I love that comedic John C. Reilly. Yeah, so I love that comedic duo. I love those two together. Step Brothers, Talladega Nights.
Yeah, and see,
even the Sherlock Holmes dumb movie they did.
There's a quote in Talladega Nights. I mean, you guys know what I do. You know, I'm a coach. You know, I'm a trainer. And if you ain't first, you're last, baby.
Yep, that's just right. Take and bake.
Shake and bake.
Hey.
Shake and bake. Lock it. Engaged.
Spider monkey. I'll come at you like a spider monkey.
Right. There's just so many one-liners in Talladega Nights. Show me the money. That's it. That's Jerry Maguire. That's
I love the chick in that too. She was in some show I used to watch when she was like a high school chick. The chick who's his wife and then the other guy's wife. I think she's so hot and so she's so likably unlikable. You know, she's so unlikable, so she just nails her role, and she's super hot.
Say that again. Likably.
She's likably unlikable or unlikably likable. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's like a Mandyism. That's some shit my wife would say.
She's so annoying. She's cool. Is that what that means?
No, she's like so not annoying. She's cool.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! That's hard.
I don't know what the miracle is. Fill me. I can't. The Moneyball's got to go through. But how do you even put Moneyball and Sandlot up against each other? And
they should be in different regions. Well,
right,
I can see why Moneyball's a 7 seed. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie. People that really, really love baseball think it's a great movie. But to the average fan, it's not that great a movie.
You're right. You're right. Sandlot reaches a broader audience for sure.
You know, you can watch that with the kids and all that. And listen,
like
B Money,
your heart.
Right? B Money quotes Sandlot. He tells me you're killing me, Smalls, all the time. Okay, but he's not gonna quote Brad Pitt going that guy, whatever that scene is, or he's not quoting shit from Moneyball.
Right.
Nobody, you know what I mean? So, but Miracle is that supposed to be Miracle? But that's Olympic team, the ice hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take. Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm gonna take Sandlot. I hate it, but like my lady and my baby love Sandlot, so I'm gonna co-sign with them. I love both movies. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like if Moneyball was a 3 or a 6, Moneyball would get through for sure for me. I love Moneyball, but I'm gonna take Sandlot, and I'm probably gonna take the Mighty Ducks just because that was a bigger deal for me coming up. Miracle's a great story though. Like it really
Miracle's
is
a great movie and a great story. It's a great. It's a great story, you know, against the Russians and all that, but
it really happened too. You know, it really happened.
Yeah, it's true story.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're all on the same page. We're on the same page with the chat. Everyone's all right. We got.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
I'll take the underdog. I'll take that 6 seed.
I'll take the Mighty Ducks here, and
I'm gonna take the 2 and the 6 here.
I love Moneyball, but you're right. As an overall sports movie,
Moneyball's one of those movies. They were Soviets, not Russians. You know what? You should put him in a 2-minute timeout. It's the Communist Party.
No way.
USA. And just so you know, some of them Russians or Soviets, whatever you want to call them, they won the Stanley Cup with the Detroit Red Wings, part of the Russian 5 documentary you guys should watch on Amazon. It's good stuff.
Russian,
you'll thank me later.
If you're Russian, if you're from Russia, and you're Soviet, if you're from the Soviet Union, isn't that 2 different things?
Oh my God! I thought you were fixing to say, "Are you Soviet?" If you're from Soviet, God, but you saved it. But yeah, I think you're right.
No, I'm just not an idiot. I didn't save it.
No, because I've heard.
Because I just said that wrong.
Because I've heard people say stuff like that before.
Oh God, my best girlfriend, friggin' Avril, who lives in Portland, says Vietnamese people. It's just Vietnamese. That's what it's always going to be to her, and it drives me insane.
Well, like Vietnamese?
Vietnamese, yeah. And then she's super into Buddhism, but also believes in communism. And I'm like, do you not realize that the Beastie Boys, like the whole platform that they built their purpose around was freeing Tibet? You know what they were freeing them from? Communism, homie. So sorry.
That's when I stopped listening to them.
That sounds like arthritis.
That's when I stopped listening to the Beastie Boys when they got all weird and they wanted to save Tibet. Nah, I want No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I want girls to do the dishes, girls to clean up my room, girls. I want that album. I want that Beastie Boys. That whole Tibetan. I found my Buddhism. No, I don't care.
And Truth from Duluth says his high school hockey coach was the last guy cut from the 1980 USA hockey team. One guy from my high school did make it, though, Phil Verchota. Because I got more rhymes.
A lot of guys from Minnesota, a lot of guys from Boston made that team. That's a good movie. That's hard to pick on that one.
Wow. So basically, Stimmy's feet looked awesome. That's cool.
He's in his foot shaving lately.
That's what I hear. I'm definitely taking Coach Carter.
He shaved the bottom of his feet. That just tickles my feet.
He's been doing it all week. You've been sick, so you missed it.
Then I need to go back to being sick. If this is what not sick is like.
This is what's going on. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna blow people's minds with this one.
Okay.
I'm taking Coach Carter, and I'm gonna agree with what Lenny's fixing to say too. Go for it.
You gonna take Coach Carter? Because I'm taking Friday Night Lights all day.
Coach Carter's one of my favorite movies. I'm a basketball coach, bro.
I can see that, though. That's 100% for you. That's your lane. I love it. That Friday Night Lights, it wasn't just the movie. It was a whole series. Again, longevity.
If it was the series, Coach Carter blows it out. But like
longevity, though. The whole the Friday Night Lights, man. But I'll take Longest Yard over Hoosiers.
Yeah.
And I'll take either Longest Yard over Hoosiers.
Same. And that's what I was referring to when you said... I figured
you knew where I was going with that. I'll take either.
I'll
take the Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds in it.
Yeah, Hoosiers is a good movie, but it's just real bland. It's just real.
Yeah.
It's just real.
It was a good movie for that time, but I think if they made it now, it would be a little different, maybe cinematic.
Yeah, and
better.
Truth from Duluth is taking Coach Carter also.
Okay, so I got all voted.
I would take Coach Carter and Hoosiers because I don't want to watch a football movie, so I'd take the 1 and the 5 here.
I'd take the 8 and the 4.
In the Tigers' first 5, but I pushed it. I'm still in, Stimmy. I'm still in. There's only like 60 people left in the Woody. I posted on the Morning Woody site who let Lorena Bobbitt in here. It was a Woody massacre.
Did you see my comment? I posted somebody like just cut a cucumber in half real quick. And it was all bad.
Best special teams play in football history is in the longest yard.
What are you talking about? Varsity Blues.
Well, let's see where. Okay, let's scroll down.
They probably didn't even make the list.
Chat, are you guys into this? We don't have to play this game. I just thought it might be fun to kind of.
I'm into it.
Dodgers clutch AF on that first 5, says Truth. Okay, so Major League and Waterboy, and then Rudy and White Men Can't Jump. I got to go 3 and 7 here. I'm taking Major League and White Men Can't Jump.
Agreed.
What do you got, Lenny?
Same.
100%.
Same.
Well, Rudy's a terrible movie. Rudy's a terrible movie. The guy that played Rudy is terrible. They never carried his ass off the field.
He's from the Goonies. You can't say that about Mike.
The Goonies, sure. Then he grew up. And thought he could play football for Notre Dame. And guess what? In real life, they never carried his ass off the field. Okay, so Rudy is not even a good, true story.
Rudy.
Okay, there. And the Waterboy, hey, the Waterboy's great. Adam Sandler's great. Don't get me wrong. But Major League's on a different level.
There's several movies, Moneyball for sure, that should make it out of the first round that won't because of who they're matched up against.
Yeah, exactly. But Major League, like when I do the Morning Wood show, remember, Lenny, in the beginning of baseball season, I was telling them, like, watch Major League. It kind of lets you know what each position player does. Like what's the first baseman's job? What's a catcher's job?
You actually learn some stuff in that movie.
Each position on a baseball field, and Major League is just so good for that. And then also, I always tell them, baseball players are head cases, especially pitchers, and you can really watch the evolution of what happens to a pitcher's brain throughout a season in Major League. So
because Wild Thing goes nuts.
That's a phenomenal movie.
Right.
I love it.
Also, side note, Charlie Sheen, his pitching form and his delivery was awesome.
He could have pitched in the minors for real.
Like the way, like his delivery was awesome.
Yeah, and I just liked everything about that movie. Wesley Snipes, I like the big guy, whatever, was sacrificing chicken. Yeah,
Serrano.
Yeah.
We should have got a chicken.
He's the Austin guy. Fuck you, Joe. Yeah. He's the Austin guy.
You don't help me out. I do it myself.
Yeah,
with love of Vaughn jersey, 100%.
I don't know if you guys saw. Hold on, I gotta show off real quick. And be fancy. Wait, let me switch me with you. Like that. And put you down. I got a new Picks and Parlays jersey, but on the back, it says plus money.
Hey, that's a pretty sweet baseball room you got there. Is that like where you just like hang out and
I just had so many things in storage, and they're sitting there and they're valuable. I want to display them, so I had this room built.
I see the basket of balls. You just have a bowl of balls.
It's because I have all these bats, and sometimes see what you're missing. Like over on the other side, like over here in my room, I have like a baseball field that sometimes I like to play in. Here it is.
Oh,
this is kind of how
she did it.
I
so
like
fast
how you did that.
No, she spun her computer, but you didn't even see it.
I know. I like how you just. And you didn't move. It's just you just spin the computer. I like it. You just spin the camera's 360 angle. I like it. I like the other room too. I like how you got that artificial turf going on in there.
I'm trying to see if I could actually do the spin, but no, my knees are gonna hit that wall. It's gonna be
don't do that. All of a sudden, the whole house will fall down.
I had to show off my jersey because I'm so proud of it right now.
The whole house will fall down.
Joe Martini Maker, if we could get a Vaughn jersey, I would freaking rock that. I mean, we could get a Vaughn jersey because clearly we can have jerseys made, but...
Yeah, clearly we can have whatever we want, but whatever.
Right. I mean, My glasses are almost Vaughn-esque.
So.
Rick Vaughn-esque. I could get some different glasses. I could.
You gotta get a skull in the middle, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, just so you know, my MLB character on the MLB Xbox game or whatever, he has the Rick Vaughn haircut for sure. He's also got a big, bushy, grizzly gray beard because I'm old, but he has the Rick Vaughn haircut, like for sure. Anybody buy Madden? Anybody on Madden today? No, you guys don't play Xbox.
I do.
All right. So now
the new Madden came out.
Awesome?
We've got some more. Adam Sandler. Yeah, Happy Gilmore's in here, and it's against one of my favorites. Well, you know I'm doing A League of Their Own for sure. That's my Halloween costume for like the last 3 years in a row. Actually, I almost wore that.
I hate how that movie ended, though.
Why?
A League of Their Own?
How they let Kit's whiny ass win. I hated that. That ruined the whole movie to me.
That's the one that I am for Halloween is Kit because she's my favorite.
Her whiny ass win.
Shocker.
In real life,
shocker.
Pink girl.
After she shouldn't have even made the league.
I'm going to Bend It Like Beckham. I'm not into. I don't know.
Remember the Titans,
but I've seen Bend It Like Beckham a few times.
So I think I've only seen Bend It Like Beckham once, but my wife's favorite all-time movie, sports related or not, is Remember the Titans, and it's a great movie. Denzel is great in it. Everybody that played, you'll see young guys that you just don't. Young actors, a lot of young actors. This is a great movie. So.
Yeah.
And
then as far as A League of Their Own, and then what's the other one? We Are Marshall.
That was a good one too, but it's just sad. Like I don't need to cry for an hour and a half of my life. No crying.
Yeah.
Tuesday night
podcast. So yeah, let's go 1 and 4 here.
All right, 1 and 4. We'll take them. Through.
You guys could go 1 and 4. I would have went 1 and 5.
Okay.
But I get outvoted all the time. It's all right.
See. Okay, wait.
Rocky
look,
2.
Here's Rocky 2.
See. Okay.
Rocky 2.
Rocky still outshines The Blind Side, hands down.
Yeah, but
like Sandra Bullock is not advancing in this contest. Period.
Yeah, she's out.
Period.
What's she in? Love and Basketball?
No,
she's in The Blind Side.
Oh, that's right. With that guy, with that kid. My mom doesn't hate anybody.
2.
My mom is like real. You know my mom, Lenny. She's real even keel. So this one night we're watching like the Oscars or Golden Globes.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Sandra Bullock comes up to accept her award, and my mom just goes, "I hate that bitch." I'm like, my mom does not talk that way. I'm like,
how about Sandra Bullock? What did she do to her?
She's America's sweetheart. What did she ever do to you? And my mom looks at me, she goes, she just looks like a snitch.
Whoa! Shots fired! Shots fired! Damn, Mom, coming with the heat. What did Sandra Bullock do to her? Caddyshack. Caddyshack, by the way, hands down wins this whole competition.
Yeah, I'm with you. Caddyshack is beyond.
I mean, just stop it. That should be in a whole different contest.
The making of Caddyshack 2 is so fantastic. And how Bill Murray and Chevy Chase were in a fight because of the Saturday Night Live thing, and they couldn't film scenes together. It was like a whole thing. I know. Should we just stop the brackets now?
No, I'm just letting my wife Blindside over Rocky. She loves The Blind Side.
Well, it's more of a chick movie, so I get
1 and 4.
She likes
1 and 4.
Bring It On. Isn't Bring It On like a cheerleader?
Cheering is a sport, okay? If synchronized diving is a sport and race walking is a sport, then cheering is definitely a sport. This is not a cheerocracy.
This isn't the WNBA. Okay. This is real-time shit.
Okay,
no, that should be
all,
Field of Dreams goes on and advances because Bring It On is disqualified for not being a sports movie.
It is
and any given Sunday.
1 and 4.
You're both going to get penalty boxed. It's absolutely a sports movie. No. Cheering is a sport. Yes, it is. Have you cheered? Have you cheered? I cheered.
Yeah, sure. I cheer.
Get it.
Cheer. For the Lions. Where is that?
No, you clap and you yell. That's not cheering. It's an incredible.
No, I'm sorry. I don't wear short shorts, and I don't roll around with a bunch of women going boom boom sis kumbah, yay team. No, I don't do that shit.
Sweeping ice, that's a sport. Yeah, I think Raging Bull was more of a bio than a sports movie.
Did you take a shot at curling?
You bet I did.
You did. You undercover did.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
How do we?
It's not a
Oh,
cheerleading
you're so
is
lucky I
way
can't put you in
more-
a timeout. Ooh.
I've got the power. I've got the power.
Is it me, or did it like get overwhelmingly quiet when he was going?
You totally did.
Yeah, because he's
You guys
All
saying
right,
I got a
this
big
is
mouth?
hard one. Like,
no,
Dodgeball
like no, it's like
gotta
a
go
no, it's
first.
like a that I hear. 2 and 3. It's easy. But
You know what?
Wait! Time out.
Yeah.
Wait, time out.
100%
Look,
dodgeball.
here it comes. Here it
I
comes.
got a Karate Kid.
Nope,
Oh
look at
wait,
me,
is
look at me.
karate a sport if cheerleading's not?
Look.
I don't know.
This is
When was the
Michael
last time
Jordan's
a
face, yeah.
cheerleady kicked somebody and what is she gonna do? Lose her pom pom?
Wait, I have a question.
You're gonna get tossed into the air like 100 feet and then caught by another cheerleader that's
The
just about
Karate
to-
Kid broke ice with his hand.
That was
There's no cheerleader chick is going, oh,
That's
go
not what you
team.
But could the Karate Kid jump in the air and do like a triple backflip, whatever thing that they do?
Have you never watched Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport or any kind of Jean-Claude
not know
Van
who
Bruce
Frank
Lee
Dukes
movie?
is? But also, this is the Michael Jordan Space Jam, not the LeBron Space
Yeah,
Jam.
yeah. This is Michael Jordan's Space Jam.
Yeah, let's be clear about that. We don't
I'm gonna pick
recognize
Karate Kid
or
over
acknowledge the LeBron Space Jam.
Right.
Well, that
We don't
one, I wouldn't
recognize
be told
or
that.
acknowledge.
No.
I'll go
I'm
3
Dodgeball Karate
and
Kid.
7. I'll go 3,
Karate
7.
Kid for-
I took 2, but I'll go 7 because I'm fine with
Well,
it.
I go 7 just because it's more. 2 was more cartoon movie.
Yeah, and Karate Kid has that same Sandlot feel that it's like we know it from when we were younger and it taught us a lesson like Rocky did. It's got like there's more to it. Space Jam was very entertaining. Great, I love Space Jam.
So you're
Think
saying
about
the Karate Kid
Lions
tells a story.
cheerleaders.
You can buy
You're
line.
saying
Hey, they
Karate
just
Kid.
got cheerleaders,
I feel like
and they
they're
did
all
a
knocked
poll.
up with cigarettes hanging out of their mouths.
They're
That's how I feel about the Lions
no, they're not from Detroit. They're from downriver. And those that know, those some downriver chicks. They polled the fan base. They took a poll of the whole fan base, and they asked the fan base if they should get cheerleaders, and it
Why
was
didn't they have
70 to
cheerleaders?
30.
Why
We didn't
didn't
ever
they
have cheerleaders. We just got cheerleaders like within the last 5 years. Yeah, we never had cheerleaders. And then when they asked the fan base, like just over 70% of them said no. We didn't want fans. No, Cowboys have fans. Look how that worked out for them. We don't want no Cowboys. No, we're from Detroit.
All right.
Okay, our women pick up wrenches and we work on cars and we're like real people. We don't do this whole
Our women
yay
pick up-
team.
Cheer-
We don't do all
cheer
that.
for people?
We don't do that.
Okay.
Nope.
cool.
We don't cheer for them. We smack them upside the head and say,
Maybe
get
because
back
you
out
have
of
nothing
it.
to cheer for because you have teams like the Lions and the Tigers in your state. Did you think about that?
Too bad
You're
you don't
right.
have Bears.
Throwing it out there.
It's maybe only the greatest player of our lifetime to ever play the game played for the Tigers.
What's his
And he's
name?
currently playing for the Tigers.
What's his name?
But, I mean, that's the only guy
Yeah.
we've ever had to cheer
Who's
for.
that?
What's his name?
Miguel Cabrera. He's the current Triple Crown winner. And the only Triple Crown winner you guys have ever seen in your life.
I'm okay. That's fine.
Best player to ever play
I mean, but
baseball.
he doesn't have cheerleaders.
Best player to ever
That,
play
that would make sense.
Best player to play baseball in our lifetime.
Cheese leaders. That would be cute. Cheese leaders.
Cheese
Did you
leaders.
think about that?
We call them the Packers for a reason. Ain't got nothing to do with cheese. So, there's that.
All
Not
right.
like Green Bay. Green Bay, yeah. Green Bay. It's
Um,
too cold to
so-
cheerlead in Green Bay. Could you imagine?
That's a
They'd be
good
out there in
point.
like
That's a good
Parkers and
point.
shit.
Lenny, your bias is showing
Yeah, sure is.
a little bit. Okay, so that was the first round of our bracketology there. I think it was a good one. That was a little rough. Like, why do we have to pick between Happy Gilmore and Dodgeball? That made me very
Happy
sad.
Gilmore, Dodgeball, Moneyball,
Those were
and Sandlot.
tough. There were some
Yeah.
tough questions. Like, there
There-
were some
there-
tough
see,
tough
it's-
picks.
I think it's bullshit because like there was stuff like that, and then there was just garbage, like
Yeah.
Rudy. Get
Yeah.
that was easy.
I told you one of my fantasy football
Yeah.
team's names is Rudy was offsides. So yeah, not a fan. Not a fan.
That's like, I put
We should
Rudy in the
pick off
same.
another guy in my league, but yeah.
No, I put Rudy along the same level of. Did you guys ever see that movie with Mark Wahlberg, Invincible? Another true story. The dude from Philly. He's the only guy walk on. Plays for the Eagles.
What's his name? Papali.
Vince Papali. Yeah, Vince Papali. Bartender in Philly, walks on. What's his name from Seattle? Gives him a shot. Lets him out. But it's a true story. But it's the same thing. You know, same concept of Rudy. You know, I mean, it's a good movie. But if Moneyball is on when I'm flipping channels, I don't care where it's at. I stop it and I let it.
I'm watching Moneyball. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
I just want the if you build it, 30 years of Field of Dreams, and had to, you know, how they location scouted and found the house, and then how they had to convince this guy to let us mow down your cornfield, and and then they like got it all sorted out, and it didn't rain. It was like in 1988. There's a huge drought in Iowa. The corn wasn't raining, so they had to irrigate that whole cornfield to get the corn up, and then it grew too fast. It was so interesting. But it's called If You Build It: 30 Years of Field of Dreams. It's only an hour long, but I highly recommend it. Another, have you guys watched Playmakers? Did you guys watch Playmakers when it was on? That was a decent show. I'm not into watching
Playmakers,
but that was
Dick
good.
Vermeil.
Dick Vermeil was his name from Philly and Invincible.
Yeah, I had to look him up. Sorry.
Dick Vermeil. Gave him a shot off the street. Yes, he did get destroyed. He got destroyed like the whole game, and then they made him cut the grass and paint the helmets. Look, that's what I was going to say.
Rudy, he sucked at Notre Dame. Mark Wahlberg, Vince Papali, he made it to the show, okay? And he was in the show for 4 years.
Right. Yeah. He played with Herm Edwards.
And he scored a touchdown. Yeah.
And he scored a touchdown. Yeah. So, I mean, there's some good, interesting stuff there.
He married a Giants fan. So it's kind of weird. But
yeah, right? Philly fan, Giant, like, those kids are confused.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
I mean, like,
what's your favorite team? The Philadelphia Giants? You kidding me? What? Shut up.
Right. Like, I mean, you're just kind of breeding to get kids beat up now, I think.
New York Eagles. Oh, boy.
Holy crap. Could you imagine?
No, that's a good movie, too, though. Have you never seen that, Allie?
Mm-mm.
There's a story, but that is actually it's a sports movie, but that is a good movie.
Right.
What movie was it again? I kind of blanked out there when you
Invincible with Mark Wahlberg. It's about
no.
Yeah,
it was a pretty decent movie. As a whole, it was a decent movie, but it wasn't.
It's real.
Like it didn't make this list, and it shouldn't have made this list.
Right.
But it's an okay movie overall. You know what I watched last night actually, and Allie sparked this because she told me she watched a documentary about Detroit, and I thought it was new on Netflix. Is this documentary about the Malice in the Palace? Everybody remembers the fight, the Pacers, Pistons, and the fans and all that. And it's about an hour. I think it's an hour and 9 minutes, something like that. It's on Netflix, but it was good. I felt bad because my wife wanted to watch it with me, and I lived it. Like I was at that game. I was nowhere near any of this, to be clear. I was at the Palace for the Malice, and it was, and they explain it kind of in the documentary. It was a blowout. That particular game, they were just kicking our ass up and down. I think they were up by like 15, and half the season ticket holders they bounced at halftime. And me and my cousin, we went to the bar, which is pretty regular for us, and the bar in the Palace. And we just go down to get food, and we're sitting there, and we're drinking, and next thing you know, it's fourth quarter, and, now it's time to go home. I mean, that was like a regular thing. This is 2004. This is right after we just won the championship and beat the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. And it was a hell of a matchup, And then we went on to beat Shaq and Kobe, and beat the Lakers, whatever. But that game, I'll never forget being in the bar and watching it on TV unfold, and then Michigan State Police coming in, and you could hear the stadium just like shit's just rumbling, and you're like, the hell is going on? And then like 4 cops come in from Michigan State Police, and they're like, everybody out now, like exits. Like it was something like I hate to use this word or whatever, but like a terrorist attack or something like that. Like they were exiting the building like that, and we just bounced and we got out of there. And by the time we got home and watched it all unfold on every news channel, everywhere, ESPN, everything. It was a very interesting documentary. I did think it was a little skewed towards telling the stories of woe is me, the Indiana Pacer fan, and Ron Artest and his mental issues. And I'm not saying he don't have them, and mental health is an issue in this country.
It's meta.
Oh, meta.
Meta my ass. He's Ron Artest. Okay, so
that's just like Giancarlo's Mike.
Right, yeah. So, it was a good... I recommend everybody invest an hour into it. I think it was great. It was a great show.
Right.
Yeah, traffic was. Let me tell you, because there's only like 2 ways out of the Palace. And the Palace was kind of... it's in Auburn Hills, Michigan, and it's kind of like 45 minutes outside of Detroit. It was in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't... Like, there ain't nowhere to go. You're just trying to get on the I-75 and go either north or south. And that's it. And... I felt bad, though, for my wife because, every 10 minutes I'm like, screw that guy. He's don't shut his mouth. He's the one that ran his mouth. And I'm yelling at the TV like, they can hear me. Like, it's all over again. And she's like, why are you getting so angry? And I'm like, because, Ron Artest, he started that shit. The fans were wrong. They should take 100% responsibility. John Green is a piece of you-know-what fan for the Detroit Pistons. And I know plenty of people in the suburbs of Detroit that have shamed that man. Because he started it all with some underhanded beer throw that just happened to land on Ron Artest's chest. But
good toss.
Welcome to Detroit.
Yeah, it was a good throw.
I mean, it was. He couldn't have done it again if you paid him. Like, he couldn't have. Like, I mean, it was like, he was like 15, 16 rows up, off to the side, and he just straight up, underhanded this beer. You saw it in slow motion. They got 18 million camera angles, and in slow motion, you just seen it. And even like Steven Jackson from the Pacers, he's like it was thrown in slow motion, man. He goes, I can still close my eyes and still see it. Like, you're like,
oh my God, it's gonna hit him.
Yeah, and then bam, explodes on Ron Artest's chest.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
real quick, Allie,
it was
you know
good.
the answer? Huh?
Yes, I do because I googled it. I'm looking.
Oh,
for
I didn't. Look, I didn't, and I actually know it. I actually do know it. Do you know that answer,
go.
Lenny?
What's the question?
What Demi said. What are the other
17
16?
do not have cheerleading squads? We already know Green Bay is
in the NFL.
Yeah. And look, my hands
I
are
could
right
probably guess
Go. Yes.
the Packers.
One. Go.
We said that one.
Yep.
That was the one.
Do you really count the Cowboys cheerleaders? Aren't they like all old and pregnant?
No, they have.
I thought those were the Lions cheerleaders. They're
No.
like pushing a stroller, a baby stroller with the
No.
unicorn
They
down their mouth.
mandatory
I'm gonna run 'em
hysterectomies
off,
downriver. They don't let them breed.
The Packers. The
Packers,
Bills,
yeah.
the Bears. The Browns. The
That would be an
Giants.
ugly sight. Cleveland cheerleaders. God.
And the Steelers.
And there's one more.
Steelers.
And
I
there's
know
one
those
more.
6. The Lions.
seven
All I
now.
knew.
The reason why I said you know the other 6 is because there's 7. Because, like I said, we said the Packers.
Oh.
So,
Packers.
Packers, Bears, Packers, Bears. Chargers have cheerleaders.
No,
So,
that's
yeah,
what she
all
just
cold
said.
weather. So,
No, she
Packers.
just said the Chargers are the other one. The Chargers are the one I didn't get.
Yeah. You
Packers
would think
don't
if
have
anybody
cheerleaders?
did, it would be them.
Where's Lenny?
Oh, I'm beneath the stadium. I'm in the bar down below.
Now it won't
So,
work.
here's the foul. Here's the foul right there. See how he pushed him? Ben Wallace don't want none of that. And neither does Ron Artest.
You said
And all they do...
Ben Wallace doesn't want none of it?
No, he don't. No, he's not going to take you pushing him in the back like that.
Oh,
Even Jermaine O'Neal,
I thought you meant like he didn't want none
No,
of it.
no.
Like he's not.
No.
Like he's scared of it.
Yeah, and then he runs his mouth too much. And then he lays down disrespectful on the scores table, and he's like, all his boys are fighting for him. And he even says it in the documentary. I knew I was wrong. I knew I laid down the scores table, and I was like, he goes, I felt like a big man because all my boys were sticking up for me. And I'm like, you feel like a big man? You're a coward. Fight your fight. And then some words are said.
Already.
Boom, bang, pow, right there. And then in about 15 seconds, you're going to see this blue plastic cup come up from the upper right side of your screen, and it's going to land dead square on his chest. And Ben Wallace starts throwing stuff, his headbands, and that's kind of what sparked it. Look, Reggie Miller, hold him down. Rasheed Wallace, I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your mama's ass. I'll kick your coach's ass. That's how Rasheed Wallace was. You know, they didn't care. You know. And then he's trying to settle them down. They all pretty much get settled. Fans are pretty much gone. Then it's the fans from the upper. So now he throws something, and now he wants to tattle on him. He threw his headband at me, man. I'm just going to lay here, and I'm going to show the fans up. Welcome to Detroit, bro.
Huh.
That's all I'm going to say.
Haven't seen the cup yet.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Detroit versus everybody.
Did y'all see the huge brawl at the Chargers-Rams game the other day?
I did.
I missed it.
Did you see Lenny?
Right there. You missed the cup.
There we go.
Oh, there it was.
You missed the cup. Okay. And here's the thing. The guy in the white hat. Stop it right there. That guy in the white hat and the blue jersey. He's John Green. He's the dude that threw the cup. Ron Artest runs right past him. Right past him.
Oh,
to punch this other guy who didn't do shit to him. And now he's trying to choke him out. Steven Jackson just starts swinging up top. That's Steven Jackson up there.
Yeah, I know Steven.
And, you know, and now here comes Rasheed. He's going to push everybody away. Notice, count how many security people are there. They stopped it in the documentary. There's like 3.
Oh, my God.
And this gets worse. They threw chairs. And now watch this fan's going to square up with Ron Artest. Ron Artest is walking off the court. This fan, his name is Charlie Haddad. He's going to square up with him. And pretend right here like he's going to punch him, and bam! He knocks his ass down.
Oh, my God.
And then Jermaine O'Neal's going to come in with a haymaker and sucker punch this dude. Bam! Right there, you couldn't see the top left corner. They almost arrested Reggie Miller because they didn't know who he was. He was in a suit. The Michigan State Police, they were on the documentary. They walk up to him with mace because they think, you know, it's just some dude on the court. They're trying to, you know, get the fans off the court. And, yeah, they almost maced his ass. It was bad, man. It was bad. This is like the beginning. This happened for like 20 minutes before they got them off the court.
Yeah, this video is 7 minutes long. I wasn't sure. I was like, all right.
Yeah. And like Steven Jackson's ready to fight everybody. He's
Actually,
like
everybody.
Literally, he goes, I didn't know who was like with us or against us, so I was just swinging. Like it was fight or flight, and I was fighting. They had the Michigan State Police went in there to arrest Jermaine O'Neal. Wow, you see a chair come in, all kinds of shit. I mean, it was disgraceful as a Pistons fan, 100%. Not saying it wasn't, but
wow.
Maybe next time you won't run your mouth, Ron Artest. There goes a chair. Yeah. You know, and they tried to arrest Jermaine O'Neal, and he wouldn't come out the locker room for the cops. And then they snuck his ass on the bus, and then the police had to escort them to the airport and out of the city.
That is intense. The other thing that I just found, like, since we're talking about this, that we don't have to watch right now, but if you don't know that it's out there, I'm definitely going to watch this later. But it's from the perspective of Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace, and they do like this in Bonzi Wells, this after the fact whole documentary thing on the Malice. So I definitely would like to check that out later. It's
great because the Netflix one is a little... Like, Ben Wallace, I think, is in it. Rasheed Wallace, I think they get comments, like, whatever. But it is primarily Steven Jackson, Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest. And you know what's funny? Is remember the NBA ref that got busted, Tim Donaghy or whatever, for betting on games?
Was there.
He was the ref there. He's in the documentary. And I thought that was funny. I guess I never realized that till, like, last night. And I'm like... Yeah, so the documentary on Netflix is a little bit more geared towards the Pacers side of it. And they got labeled as thugs. They did. I mean, and it was all wrong. And I'm shocked that this hasn't happened in the NBA again.
Well, the NBA is not like that anymore. Well, the players aren't like that anymore.
See, it was funny.
So they're soft?
you had brought it up to me because I was just Googling Malice at the Palace. Like, remember I told you, like, I was just talking about it the night before, and I just Wikipedia'd it to, like, remind myself of everyone who was there and everyone doing everything. So it was so funny you brought it up then. And that's why I remember that Donahue was the ref. But the other thing that I thought was kind of funny was that Tayshaun Prince was the only player on either team to not leave the bench during the entire incident. Others became automatically eligible for 1-game suspension.
So,
I don't know how I feel about that, Tayshaun.
Actual
Prince.
photo of how wide Tayshaun Prince's body
That's
is.
true. That's true.
Okay. So I also saw today a clip from Carmelo Anthony. You know, he's all over the news. Yeah, 100%. You know, 2003, him and LeBron are the only players left from that draft. Carmelo and LeBron, right?
Right.
And 2004, the Pistons made promises. Like, this is why that organization dissolved, and they've had years of rebuilding. They made promises, and he came out today, I forget on what show or what, and said that the Pistons promised him, we're taking you. Understand, you're going to have to share playing time with Tayshaun, but we're drafting you. 2003, we're drafting you. We're drafting you. Don't worry. Even draft day.
For anybody keeping score. Anybody in the chat. I know you guys know.
Even draft day, they told him they were going to draft him. And you know who they drafted instead?
Darko Milicic.
You know where Darko is right now? Bagging groceries in the Soviet Union, probably.
The house.
Okay.
But also, what's crazy about that, and I can actually co-sign with that, I thought so too, they were going to take him.
Everybody did.
There's a video of those guys draft night, and it's Melo when LeBron had when LeBron had on all that white.
Yeah.
But Melo is like going through cards, and he holds up a Cavs card. He goes, "We all know who's going here." It was a Cavs card. He picks up the Pistons. He goes, "This one is tricky," and then he picks up a Nuggets one. He goes, "I'm pretty sure this is me." He says that like 2 hours before they draft. He
didn't believe him. Because they kept just blowing smoke up his ass. You know what I'm saying? We're drafting.
To do, Cam, like, I'm sure you remember when Melo started at Syracuse and they said, what are you going to, like, how excited are you for your junior year? And Melo's like, or your sophomore year. Melo's like, I'm not going a sophomore year. I'm going to play 1 year. We're going to win a national championship. And then I'm going to go to the NBA. That's how that's going to work. And it's exactly what happened. You know, he predicted that stuff.
Right.
So, I mean, maybe old Melo's, he's mellow in that way that he can, like, see some things, you know?
He was funny because he was like, I really think that if they drafted me with that 2004 team, after they won that championship, with me on that team instead of Darko, because Darko didn't play no minutes. He didn't do shit.
I played more minutes that year than Darko did.
Yeah, he didn't have no meaningful contribution at all to the team. Now you put Carmelo in there. I believe Carmelo not just only shares time with Tayshaun, probably takes Tayshaun's place. Okay, if in the starting role, Tayshaun off the bench, he's like, look, I'm not gonna sit here and be like 3-peat, 4-peat, or all this. He goes, but I think we would have won back to back, and I thought that was a fair statement, because 2005 they didn't have. You know, they didn't have that. You know, Rasheed Wallace came in there, lit a fire under everybody. Ben Wallace, obviously, we know everything he did, and Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton and all them. Right, exactly. But Tayshaun could shoot. Okay, don't get me wrong, and he could play D, and he was long, and he was like very John Sally-esque. Dude, he was very John Sally-esque, you know, like the spider. Like, he was just long and lengthy. But, you know, he didn't have no weight on him. And he never could put weight on. He couldn't put any kind of muscle on. And I think that ultimately hurt his NBA career because he just got pushed around.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The Pistons got back in 05, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They got back to...
But they lost to the Lakers.
They lost to the Spurs.
Or the Spurs, yes. The Spurs, my bad.
In 7, yeah, because the Spurs won 99, 3, 5, 7.
Right, my
14,
bad.
13, 14.
Right.
But yeah.
We beat Kobe and Shaq and Malone and all of them.
Peyton, yeah, but you know, and also I'm not taking it away from you, but I think Peyton and Malone actually sat out like the last 2 games.
Yeah, they were at the end of their career.
They were just whining. They tried to basically buy a ring, but no, I think Melo. You know, I do think the Pistons still would have won that title in 04, but I think
Carmelo would have never played for another team if we would have drafted him. I think he would play his whole career.
I think a second year Melo, just like what he became, and especially like in that third and fourth year. But I think I think Melo could have won the Pistons a game in the finals. And and then you pair them with Rip and Chauncey, who were still pretty young, still pretty good, still pretty in their prime kind of thing. And Ben Wallace was still right there. Rasheed Wallace was old. Rasheed was old, don't get me wrong. But you still pair a young Ben Wallace and a Rip and Chauncey with a young Carmelo. A 21-year-old Melo.
21-year-old Carmelo? Come on, man.
Fantastic.
It's just crazy how, that's the ultimate fail in Detroit Pistons draft history.
Oh, okay.
For sure. It's Darko Milicic. Yeah. That's kind of like football with the Boz. When the Seahawks drafted Bosworth. I forget his first name. The dude on steroids, and then he went to the Packers for a while.
Brian Bosworth?
Brian Bosworth.
Yeah. How did I know that? That's because I sleep with ESPN on right there.
Yeah. Brian Bosworth, Ryan Leaf, Darko Milicic. Those are names that you really don't want to be associated with.
Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
There.
Sam Charles Bowie. Rogers, Michigan State wide receiver, played for the Lions, shot himself in the leg at the club because he brought his pistol.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Pow. Oh, yeah, we got great draft choices.
It's called a safety for a reason, people, all right?
It's called don't put your pistol in your sweatpants band. Okay, buy a holster, put it on your belt like an adult.
Everybody
hide it under your seat.
That's 101.
Let your wife carry it.
Biggest number one bust in NFL history, Lenny, go. Who is it?
Ryan Leaf. No?
Plaxico shot him. Yeah, Plaxico Burress, right?
Plaxico Burress shot himself. That's who it was, not Charles Rogers. Charles Rogers was another dumbass.
That's why I know it, because it's about the Steelers. That makes sense.
Yep. Plaxico had a career, too. And
I liked Plaxico.
Pissed it away.
To me, the biggest bust, I'll say number one pick, Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah. You could say Jamarcus Russell. You could say Vince Young from Texas.
Vince Young go number one.
Matt Leinart
was a bust.
Did Vince Young go one?
No, I don't think so.
No, Jamarcus went one. And Allie, I'm asking, do you know the story of Jamarcus Russell and his watching tape?
No.
I'm asking. Okay, Jamarcus Russell, the Raiders coaches thought he didn't watch tape because of what he would do, seeing coverages and stuff. The Raiders coaches, hand to God, not a joke, sent him home with tapes. Boom. They were all blank. All the tapes were blank. And they sent him home, and the next day they asked him, "What'd you see on the tape?" And he said, "I watched a lot of 3-4 and a lot of zone coverage. Swear to God." And that's how they found out.
Another movie that should get honorable mention. Draft Day. Draft Day with Kevin Costner. That's what that reminds me of, is Draft Day with Kevin Costner, when he tells the story about how the coaches, what are the coaches? They send out the playbook, and they sent all the kids the playbook, and they put a $100 bill in the playbook, and they wanted to see who would say anything and who wouldn't. And the one player in Draft Day with Kevin Costner, he sent the book back with the $100 in it. Okay, and I thought that reminded me of a Jamarcus Russell story.
Don't Google, Cam. I'm gonna Google and see how many.
I said I can't. I'm not even.
I know, but can you name any of them?
Number
one drafted quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl.
Joe Montana. I don't know.
No, was he number one?
Number one drafted.
It would have to be old guys, because Peyton.
Peyton, yep.
Yeah, Peyton.
I would think Peyton, because he came out of Tennessee.
Eli was not a number one draft pick, was he?
No, Eli wasn't. Was he?
3-4. No, he was 3 or 4.
He was out of Ole Miss. I do know that.
Did Eli go number one?
Eli was drafted.
No, didn't he hold out?
By the Chargers.
Yeah, he held out because he didn't want to play for the Chargers, and they traded him back. But technically, he was the number 1 pick. Yeah.
That they drafted him anyway.
Oh yeah, Johnny.
Trade offers.
Old Johnny U.
Johnny
from
United.
No. The dipshit, Johnny douchebag played for Cleveland.
Johnny
Manziel.
Yeah, Texas A&M. That's why I know that guy.
Yeah, played for Cleveland forever.
Keep going, Truth. You guys are good.
Yeah, Truth, Luke, you're doing real good, bud.
You're doing real good, buddy. I'm not going to give answers.
Troy?
I just want to check. But you guys seem to be on top of this. Who?
Troy Aikman, was he number 1?
David Carr from Fresno State. I know
Troy
him.
number 1.
David Carr won a Super Bowl?
Elway.
Yeah, wait, did David Carr win a Super Bowl?
Yes, he won. Yes.
With
I don't know what year, but yes, he won it. Yeah. Elway.
The Raiders last one with like Gruden in them, and Romanowski, and
no, they lost.
Rich Gannon.
Yeah, with the
Charles
fumble.
Woodson.
Yeah, and the fumble against Tom Brady. I know.
Yeah. Aikman and Elway, right?
Oh yeah.
Stimmy OG. What about Aikman and O? Oh, David Carr won with the Giants. Okay, sorry, I just got that.
See, there's got to be some backups too, like
Bradshaw.
Terry Bear from the Steelers. Does he count?
That's 3. That's all I got.
I don't know.
Is he number 1 pick?
Bledsoe.
Back then?
Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger was drafted number 1.
No shit.
Big guy. I mean, I could see him. He was a hardcore quarterback in his day.
Yeah, but he's always been like 300 pounds. Like
exactly. Yeah. Can your D-line get him down?
Bro, if I had his offensive line, I might.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I just looked it up to get the last one.
And Roethlisberger was the 11th overall.
I got 4, Stimmy.
That was the same draft as Eli, actually. Sorry, Cam. Go ahead.
Jim Plunkett. I just looked it up. I'm not gonna say
I would have never known that.
I would have never got that one. I got 4.
That sounds like when your dick hits the toilet in the toilet water. Like it was a Jimmy.
I want to know why you know what our dick sounds like when it hits the toilet water.
I've had 2 husbands, okay, and one of them wasn't gay, so he
I stand corrected.
One of them wasn't gay.
I had 2 husbands. One of them wasn't gay,
and half of them weren't gay. So what's good?
Yeah.
So there.
50-50. All right.
All right. So Cam got 4. Who are the other 4? I need to know.
No, because you said Peyton. I said
Peyton and Eli. Peyton and
Eli. Then I said Troy Aikman, John Elway,
Jim Plunkett,
Drew
Bledsoe,
and Terry Bradshaw. I said
Jim Plunkett,
and it was Jim Plunkett and Carr. What's the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Who posed this question? Do they actually know? Stimmy, don't pull no crap. You're just pulling stuff out your ass here. You need to back this up. I need fact check. Somebody's got to fact check.
I did. Terry's in.
You did that? All right.
Yeah, I did.
Illinois guy crap.
Yeah, both Mannings.
Cam got a lot right. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Okay.
I mean, we drafted Joey Piano, Joey Harrington. He was a better piano player than a football player, but.
Well, that's really on opposite sides of the spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind
Fair
of
enough.
our whole thing. That's our whole deal. That's how we draft.
We gotta start wrapping things up.
Yeah, I'm out of water.
It's a school night. After all, Lenny's out of water. You need to stay hydrated. We did our first round of movie brackets. Next week, maybe we can do another round of that. We didn't get to any of our reface material, but we can sit on that for next time as well. I went on your site and looked, but I couldn't find it. So
I put it on the Morning Wood page. I put like 9 things.
Real quick, because I heard about this, but I didn't hear about this, and both of you know a lot about this. But what did Jalen Green say about the Pistons? Because I just saw a ton of that on your page.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Troy.
So, you got pick number 2 over Cade, and he was like...
Everyone knew he would.
Right? Like, nobody thought,
no question marks.
No, but apparently he's a little butthurt about it. So he made some comments about, well, when I was doing something in Detroit or whatever, all I would want to do is work out. I would never want to leave my apartment. There's nothing to do in that city anyway. Something to that effect. And that rubbed everybody on Twitter, Detroit Piston related, the wrong way. Because, like, look, man, just accept you got pick number 2. You have a good spot there in Houston. Shut your mouth and play ball. Why do you have to badmouth? There's nothing to do, quote unquote, ain't nothing to do in that cade anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll throw in my 2 cents on this. What that is Cade and Jalen, they're rivals. They're not really friends, but they don't really hate each other. But they were ranked 1 and 2 in high school. So Cade has always been the only person better than Jalen. It's basically what it is. And then, Cade went to college. Jalen went to the Ignite. They both played really, really well. But Cade was seen a lot more, but also Cade is better. And Jalen isn't living it down, so now he's taking shots. Boom.
Well, that is so not cool. I'm not into it. Go ahead.
I'm not into it either. But yeah, it's just a thing. And sooner or later, they're going to have to see each other. The ball's going to get rolled out. I know they played in the summer league, and I think Jalen actually left the game because he was hurt. But sooner or later, the ball's going to get rolled out, and they're going to have to go.
We can settle this on the court.
Right, there's the drafts happened a month ago. I mean, we're over this.
Bro.
It's over, and you're still making comments about, well, would I want to be picked number 1? Yeah, but when it comes down to location, who would want to live in Detroit? That's his quote on his Twitter.
It's not about Detroit. It's about Cade. That's just it. He's trying to be so what? Now you get to live in Detroit. Have a great life.
Young fella, you're in the league. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Right.
There's 400.
You're number 2 also,
Yeah, and here's the thing. Do you think
he's going to be in the league for 10 years? He's going to be in the league for 10, 12 years. Do
you think the Houston Rockets want that kind of talk out of their young superstar that they just drafted? No. They don't want that. They're like, dude, chill out. You're just creating more animosity. My question to you guys is, all right, we just talked about this whole malice in the palace. And I'm not saying that it'll ever happen again. But that kid is a kid. And he's young and dumb. And he's running his mouth. And I'm telling you as a fan, and I hope and pray on everything holy that nothing like that ever happens again. But
I don't. I totally
roll this tape back, and he's gonna run his mouth in the city of Detroit one day, and his mouth's gonna write some checks his ass ain't gonna cash with 30,000 people in them stands. They're gonna show him all about that city and some back alleyways, and he might not make it on the bus. He's got people talking about him in the city of Detroit that shouldn't be talking about him.
Yeah, I wish nothing bad on the kid. I hope
nothing
he's in the league. I hope he's in the league forever, however long.
Fight though, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I love a good fight, but I don't wish anything like that. But
let's do that shit.
Bro, you're in the league.
It might hurt that kid.
Just be in the league, but also
just be happy with that, dude. You're in the NBA. How many people are in the NBA?
Bro, you're in the league.
Right.
Look,
you made it.
Look.
You made it. You somebody picked you. Why can't you just be happy with Houston? I don't see you all over Twitter going, H-Town, baby. Houston, baby. Let's go, baby. No, you're bad-mouthing Detroit.
I love Houston all day, all night, but you know what? I don't want to live there. So there's that, Jalen Green. There's that.
Yeah,
enjoy your styrofoam. Enjoy your styrofoam and
bold prediction: he won't be in the league in 5 years because his attitude.
12, like Cam says,
he'll be in the league. He's not going
well, you know how he could not be in the league is by making some dumbass mistake like drunk driving or shooting a hole in his leg. He could definitely find his way out of the league.
But also, again, I wish no evil on the kid. I wish no evil on the kid. Just be
I hope he stubs his fucking toe.
Be quiet and
I said
have a
it.
great career, bro.
I said it. I hope you stub your toe. Okay? That's what I do. I hope you stub it and it hurts and it lingers all season and you lose sponsorship money. That's what I hope.
I don't.
I do. And I hope you choke on a piece of Houston chicken or some shit. Some barbecue tastes burnt. That's what I hope.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so before we go, I do want to say that I do want to give a shout out to the city of Detroit. Not only because my Houston Rocket has offended you, and I would like to break.
We're not offended. We don't get offended. We get even.
Sound offended, like super offended, like 100% offended.
You do sound a little.
Yeah, 100%. Which is cool because you should be. He's talking shit about your city, but like you mentioned earlier, I watched this little it's called First Look. It's this little kind of. It's not a documentary, but it's just a little show where they kind of were going around the city of Detroit, and they took us to the farmers market, and they took us to like a couple cool places. But my favorite part of that whole thing, and I'm going to screen share it, was the Shinola watch
company. Yeah.
Yes. They're saying is you don't know shit from Shinola. And I thought it was so cool that, it's a big thing about it is that they're employing tons of local Detroit residents, for one, which is a big deal.
They make good quality watches too.
But it's not even that they're employing them. It is that they are training. These are handmade watches. I mean, they take you through each step of putting the gears together and how they hand sew the leather and they cut it. It's 25 different people's hands have to touch that wristband on the watch before it goes out for sale. But these are all people from Detroit, inner city, outer city, whatever it is, that are being trained to do this and taught this beautiful, beautiful trade and craftsmanship. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, man, I want to, how do we get a Shinola sponsorship? Like, I want to promote this. I don't even wear watches. I'm not a watch person. It feels like authority to me, watches and Band-Aids. They're like authority, so I stay away from them.
Oh, I'm a big watch guy. I have over 20 watches. I have a whole watch case, leather case.
How many Shinolas do you have?
I don't have any. And I want one, and I've always talked about it, and I think, because they're not cheap watches. Okay,
now, this one I showed you was $550. That's a $550 watch right there.
My wife got me my Apple Watch, I think birthday or something, or Christmas or something. I got this for my birthday or whatever. Okay. But so I wear this on an everyday basis. I wear a lot of Invicta watches. I wear a lot of big watches. I do. I'm a watch guy.
Shinola, the Detroit company, right now. You're just naming off other watch brands.
No, I love Shinola because every watch is handmade. How do you not like that?
Oh, go get an animal. Go get an animal, Lenny.
I can't. I got a picture though for you guys. Allie, could you bring up the picture that I sent you?
This is
I don't know if I saved it or not, but we got to get going, guys. It's 10:20. We've been on for an hour and 20. Wait, he's looking for something now.
Oh, real quick though, I know you're not a fan.
Yes, look at his rugs in their Lions jerseys. How cute!
It's hard to see.
They're
and so Monster's got his little red rocket out on the right here.
He sends me dog porn. I'm like, quit sending dog porn. This is so gross.
The dog stays hard. I don't know what to tell you. He's got morning wood all day. I'm just, what do me tell you?
He
just stays. He just stays ready. Okay? He ain't got to get ready if he don't stay ready.
Lock, cock, and ready to rock, baby.
Yes, he is.
I am tired.
Someone's tired. I do bring the almost adulting. You're welcome.
We've got school in the morning. We're on school nights now.
Thank me later.
So let's get things rolling along. But we definitely appreciate all of you for chiming in, watching the show. If you guys have any content suggestions, stuff you want to hear us talk about, feel free to throw it into the chat. We're here to please people. So Lenny, he's back in action. He's all better now. Cam, nothing was ever wrong with him in the first place. He's just still rocking and rolling. Go Dodgers! We did it.
Grow my hair out like Cam.
All the best to Chris Bassett. May he get well soon.
We hope Jalen Green stubs his toe.
May he
we do not
stop his mouth from flapping before a piston punches him in his face. Let's talk about the puppers. The pupper's tired.
Bert's exhausted.
And the baby dog. The baby dog.
Bert's exhausted. He's always tired.
Okay,
I swear to God, they're so tired. They're like they have a job, but they don't. But yeah.
Oh, my cats make a living of sleeping all day. Yeah, that's what they do.
They take naps late at night. They're good and groggy for bedtime.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Right? Next Tuesday, 9 p.m. normal time, midnight Eastern time, here on Almost Adulting. The Cofield Late Night Happy Hour Show.
Bam!